After Salah, Ryan Gravenberch becomes the next Liverpool player to receive a major individual honor in the 2024-25 Premier League season. Thanks to his unexpected rise and significant contributions under head coach Arne Slot, the Dutch midfielder has been named the Premier League's Young Player of the Season, a well-deserved recognition of his impact and exceptional development. Back in the summer of 2023, Liverpool lost out in their attempts to sign Moises Caicedo and Sofiane Amrabat. In a late and somewhat reactive move, they turned to Bayern Munich's Ryan Gravenberch, sealing the deal on deadline day for just £34.25 million. At the time, many saw it as a last-minute patch. Few believed that the young midfielder, cast aside by Bayern, would go on to become a central figure in Liverpool's midfield battle in the Premier League. Gravenberch was once hailed as the next Frenkie de Jong in Dutch football, a gifted talent whose career had lost direction in Munich. But Arne Slot and his team saw something different. They saw a player who had never truly been deployed in the right role, or given the platform to thrive. Fortunately, Slot was clever enough to identify a solution within the squad he inherited from Jurgen Klopp. Gravenberch, a fellow Dutchman, quickly emerged as exactly what Slot needed, a near-perfect fit for the holding midfield role. He delivered a string of top-class performances in the heart of the pitch. Though he had a subdued start at Anfield, this season Gravenberch became one of Liverpool's most reliable players, maintaining his high level throughout the campaign. He arrived in the final season of Klopp's tenure, but never truly found his place in the German coach's 4-3-3 system, where McAllister occupied the deepest midfield position. In that debut season, Gravenberch started only 12 Premier League games. But everything changed when Arne Slot stepped in and switched to a 4-2-3-1 setup. He needed a ball winner in midfield to allow McAllister to push higher and connect the play, something the Argentine had excelled at during his Brighton days. And in Gravenberch, Slot found the exact answer he was looking for. Under the new manager, Gravenberch transformed into a genuine defensive midfielder. While most of his defensive actions still take place in the opponent's half, his development has been remarkable. At Bayern, both Julian Nagelsmann and Thomas Tuchel had their doubts about his defensive capabilities and often pushed him higher up the pitch. That's why even Slot admitted he was pleasantly surprised by Gravenberch's performances. The first thing I'd mention about Gravenberch is his quality on the ball. Coming from the Netherlands, we all knew how good he is in possession. He's a player who can be really important in our build-up play. But what impressed me most when I started working with him was how much he runs and how good he is in duels. That's what really surprised me. He's excellent even without the ball, Slot shared after a dominant 3-0 win over Manchester United at Old Trafford. For Slot, giving Gravenberch the defensive midfield role could be the key to unlocking the 23-year-old's full potential after a tough adjustment period in his first year in England. Gravenberch still has room to grow, but the signs are promising. He's composed on the ball, covers ground tirelessly, and this season he has exceeded all expectations. His revival is just one of the many positive effects Arne Slot has brought to Liverpool. The Dutch manager's brand of football brings more balance compared to Klopp's high-octane, rock-and-roll style, and in this new system, Gravenberch plays a vital role. He doesn't defend with crunching tackles. Instead, he uses intelligence, intercepting passes, breaking up counters, and dictating the tempo from deep. His success this season owes a great deal to the vision and trust of Arne Slot. In the 2024-25 season, Ryan Gravenberch started 36 of Liverpool's 37 Premier League matches and clocked over 4,100 minutes across all competitions, cementing his place as an irreplaceable figure in Liverpool's midfield. He was crowned the Premier League Young Player of the Season, beating out high-profile names like Cole Palmer, Anthony Elanga, and William Saliba. Under Liverpool's current system, Gravenberch has taken on the role of a deep-lying midfielder, the anchor of the team, a position that demands ball-winning instincts, composure in distribution, press resistance, and progressive carrying. And remarkably, he's ticked every single box. He led the entire Liverpool squad in ball recoveries, midfield possession wins, and posted an 80% tackle success rate. the highest among all Premier League midfielders who played over 2,000 minutes. What sets Gravenberch apart from traditional defensive midfielders is his ability to glide past pressure and navigate tight spaces. In the emphatic 5-1 win over Tottenham, the match that clinched the title for Liverpool, it was Gravenberch who sparked 2 goals from his bold, close-quarter footwork in midfield. But Gravenberch's impact isn't just tactical. He's also become a symbol of growth and evolution. He openly admitted that during his first season under Jurgen Klopp, his approach to recovery and fitness wasn't at a professional level. That changed. He revamped his lifestyle, worked closely with assistant coach John Heitinga, studied positional play and learned the intricacies of zonal defending. No one is born a number 6, but Gravenberch learned to become one of the best in the league. Fans once mocked Liverpool for missing out on Moises Caicedo and Sofiane Amrabat, and settling for Gravenberch. But how quickly things change. Today he's a champion, a cornerstone of the team, and the best young player in the Premier League. Gravenberch wasn't the first choice signing, but he's become the perfect product of a system that nurtures and elevates talent. Now at Liverpool, his responsibilities have grown. He leads the press, recovers possession high up the pitch, and gives Mac Allister the freedom to create. While both can contribute offensively, it's Gravenberch who shoulders the bulk of the defensive duties, a far cry from his box-to-box days at Ajax. What stands out most when watching him play is his tireless movement and his dominance in one-on-one duels. With Gravenberch solving Liverpool's long-standing midfield dilemma, there's little standing in their way on the path to silverware. It feels fitting now. A team with Alisson in goal, a defense anchored by Konate and Van Dijk, an attack led by Salah, finally has a midfield enforcer of real quality in Gravenberch. For years, it seemed Liverpool lacked that final midfield piece. But with Mac Allister's creativity and Gravenberch's rise, that void has been filled with stability and control. His growth mindset and adaptability are truly commendable. He's shown resilience and maturity well beyond his years, bouncing back from setbacks that once threatened to stall his career. Once viewed as one of the most exciting box-to-box midfielders in Europe, doubts had begun to creep in after 2 underwhelming seasons. Many wondered if he'd ever live up to the early hype. But Gravenberch, through the right system, the right support, and an environment that gave him freedom to grow, rose above it all. He didn't just bounce back. He became the best young player in the Premier League. Under Arne Slot, the young Dutchman has finally found the stage he was meant for. And for Liverpool fans, and football lovers everywhere, Ryan Gravenberch isn't just a rising star to watch. He's the face of a new era taking shape at Anfield.